Hey y'all, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. Just gonna bring you up. Maybe. Good morning. There we are. Good morning, good morning. So the flower that we did yesterday, the inside, the very inside petals, I am doing a whole flower using that petal this morning. Good morning, y'all. Hello from Dallas. Got a little chilly, didn't it? Got a little chilly. But I also wanted to show y'all the new sennas that are on my website. Look at those little pink lips. So these are new Valentine sennas. And then this one with the red lips. Look how stinking cute those are. And then I just got a simple all red with the hearts, like we did with the pink. So all three of these are on my website. So you can go check them out there. monkeyscreations.com is where you'll find all those. But today we are, now I have already started. So the petal that we did, I did make a heart. It is on my YouTube channel using the oval board. So we are doing the petal that we did yesterday on the very inside for a whole flower. Now this is on the large flower board, and I will hold this up because this is the layout that we are doing. So we are starting on row 2, doing every regular set of holes. Row 3, we are doing the regular set plus the shared holes. And then I'm thinking row 4 and 5. Row 4 is going to be regular holes, and row 5 is going to be shared holes and regular set. So that is the layout. I'll hold it just a little bit closer. That we are going to do. Now this petal is really cool because it actually kind of sits up. So you get more of a 3D effect, which I really, really love. You're out of bed. Oh my gosh, it's early too. I'm going early because I have an appointment at the VA downtown at 1. So I was like, and that's usually like a 5-hour day just at the VA. So we're starting early. So let me bring you down. I have, and you don't state on the size. Are you talking about the sennas? They are 5-inch sennas. All right, so 10 by 10. I did wood burn this because it is poly burlap. So anytime I work with poly burlap, I wood burn it because it sheds horribly. So we are doing, I have already done the second row. We are on the third row. So I'm going to show you the petal. Let me set that over there. So I've got one petal for each row so that I can show you. All right, so 10 by 10, curl side up, diamond shape, bring top to the bottom. Okay. I'm kind of lining up these edges, even though it's not really, yes, you can always add to a pending order, absolutely. But it's not really necessary because you're not going to see these edges, okay? So we're going to bring this tip down to the bottom. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. Bring this tip to the bottom and join them. Just like that. Turn it sideways And then with my 2 fingers on each hand, I'm going to scrunch this middle up to give us that crease right there in the middle. Sorry, I had to think. Fold it on its side and scrunch right there. Cut these ends off. It just makes it easier. Good morning, good morning. And then take your band. Band those ends, or just put it right on your board. So that's what it looks like, but what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're just going to kind of open that up just a little bit. Okay, so we're kind of bringing that out, and then when it sits on the board, it'll sit just like this. So it's standing up. Yes, this is the petal I did yesterday on the very inside of that flower. Okay. Even laying it like that will give you a different look if you wanted to do it upside down. So that's the petal we're going to do. So we're going to finish up this row, and then I will do another petal. Isn't it kind of cool? It kind of stands up, which is really neat. Good morning, good morning. And then we will go in and we will fix them once I get this row done. I know, it's kind of cool, huh? And doing it that way, it kind of gives you a more uniform look for the petal. And if you remember yesterday, I showed you how to make almost 3 different petals using this one fold. I know, I love my cowboys. So if you missed yesterday's, I will show you how to make 3 different petals at the end of here. Somebody remind me though, because I may forget. 3 different petals out of this one fold. From snowy Minnesota. Just make sure you keep it there. Don't share. So I'm just trying to make sure they're all pretty much uniform. So I brought that one down just a little bit. Usually I try to get my zip ties directly over that band, but sometimes you just can't. There ain't no go bills. What you talking about? We can't be friends. If I figured this out right, it will cover the board. But what it will not do is cover it if you're looking from the inside. You may still be able to see the board just a little bit here. Which I know, it gets, I don't care for that look either. But when you're looking at it straight on, hopefully you will not see the board. But I'm winging it, so we will see when I'm done. I knew what you meant. And tomorrow, I think we're going to do a lantern using greenery. That's what I'm thinking. I did the lantern last year using like Christmas greenery, but I'm thinking we're going to use like spring greenery. Can you paint the board yellow? You most definitely can. Just use an acrylic paint, or one that definitely attaches to plastic. But I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. That's too much work. You will need probably about a roll and a half, or just under a roll and a half, actually. Remind me at the end to do a petal count. And then I'm thinking we can do that one for the center, or this one for the center, or even this green again for the center would actually be really pretty. All right, let's get these cut off. Yeah, you can definitely do shared holes on the outside if you want, but because the petals sit up, you'll always be able to see that part, even if it's just a little bit. But you can definitely do the shared holes. You vote the green, I think the green too. This is the large board. All right, I'm going to show you actually before we start. Let's fix our petal. So I'm just going in and kind of bringing that edge out. It'll be easier to do it now versus when we get this next row on. Good morning. It looks like a mom. Okay, so there's what it looks like with the next row on. Okay, let me show you the petal again. Okay, so 10 by 10, curl side up, diamond shaped, bring top to the bottom. Kind of line up your edges. Now we're going to bring this tip to this tip, just keeping it right along that line. Do the same thing over here. Okay, so that's what you have. Bring the two petals together to get that crease in the middle. Flip it sideways, scrunch. Trim, and then either put it right in your board or go ahead and band it. Okay, and then just go in and open it up. Just like that. Okay, now this row is just the regular set of holes, I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping, because this row kind of sits more closely. The sets of holes. But you can always do petals and do shared holes on each row. I don't like to do that, especially if I'm trying to sell it, because then you're almost at 2 rolls of the poly burlap, which makes an expensive wreath, right? So I try not to use. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with decomesh or something that's not as expensive. Because as is, this one, and it's actually listed on my website, is $70, but if I use the whole 2 rows, then it's gonna be 80 plus, right? Sometimes that extra $10, $15, $20 can make a difference in a sale or not. Good morning, Yell. Clip these off. Is that a normal shipping cost? For in the States, I do flat rate shipping of $20 for all wreaths. Usually it's under. Very rarely will I have to pay more, but then I eat that cost if it's more. Okay, just spreading that bottom out. It gives us more coverage as well. Okay, so there's your next row. Oh, there's Lori. She must be feeling better. Yay. All right, last time I'm showing the petal today, 10 by 10. Curl side up, diamond shape, bring top to the bottom. Kind of lining those edges up, bring the tip to the bottom. Okay, so we have a straight line. Same thing on this side. Bring that tip down to the bottom. Turn it sideways. Now, when I'm in the kitchen and I'm prepping for all of these, what I do is I actually bring it to the side of my counter and just go up just like that to get my middle crease. Scrunch it, trim it, and bond it. Okay, and then go right in, open that up, and there's that petal. All right, let's get this last row. Now on the center, I am doing the regular 4, but I'm also going to go in between. but I'll add those zip ties when I get these 4 in. Just makes it easier. Oh, I guess I am going to make one more. Thought I had them all made. That's all right. We can make one more. Please name this petal so there's no confusion. I don't know, y'all. I mean, it's almost just like a modified lolly petal. I don't know. What do y'all want to name it? We've got these 4. The monkey petal, the winging it petal. All right, we're going to go in and add those 4 more. And we're going to leave these open because with all this mesh getting on the inside, it's going to be hard. So we're going to leave this zip tie open just to make it easier. Modified lolly is Molly. All right, let's make, and I actually had enough to cut, but then I thought I miscounted, but that's all right. So 10 by 10, curl side up, top to the bottom, kind of lining our sides up. Bring this tip to the bottom. Bring this tip to the bottom. Okay, and then bring both sides in to get that middle. Flip it on its side and then scrunch. And you can see where I'm scrunching. I'm scrunching like right here. That way all of my petals are pretty much the same size. Okay. And then just go in, kind of open it up, and so it sits like that on its side. But even kind of like that will give you kind of a different look for a flower. All right, let's get these. Oh, I almost put it in upside down. No, oh, that's how you're lolly. Well, then you're good. You're golden. But I will show you how to turn what looks like this into a lolly. Okay? Remind me at the end. because it's just a matter of manipulating the poly burlap. What size box would this ship in? Because it sits up, I would probably ship this in a 22-22-8, but I would be able to cut that down to probably 22-22-6. Okay, let's just open these up. And that's just guessing. Okay. You can definitely do shared holes. I kind of did explain why I'm not, but that doesn't mean you can't. All right, now we are going to do leaves as well, because I want to show you that you can add leaves to this. But y'all tell me, and I think that's too big now. I think that's too big. I actually really like that green. What do y'all think? But even a smaller senna would work in this as well. But these are definitely too big. Okay, now I'm using this green. It's a green, and all this, I believe, came from Unique in the Creek. So if you're looking for poly, I don't know if she has poly burlap in stock right now, but she will if she doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick 3, and okay, I'll just be careful. I'm going to pick 3, so I just do it randomly, 1, 2, 3. But see how high that actually sits? Okay, so I'm going to take a zip tie. Now remember, we're working from the bottom. Okay, so it will go just like that. Okay, now this is 10 by 10 as well. And we're just going to scrunch. Just like that. And then we're going to flip it over, because remember, we're working from the bottom. And we're going to tuck this right, well, it's not going to cooperate now. Right in between the zip tie and that board. So right there in that space, just kind of tuck it in. Oh, now it's upside down. Okay, just zip tie it. And then just kind of spread it out, or however you like to do your leaves. Okay, we're going to keep it upside down. And do it again. Turn it upside down. Now, if I'm just sitting here making an order, I put my leaves on first, y'all. But when I'm teaching and showing, I can kind of get kind of rough. So I save it to the end, but it really doesn't matter. All right, one more set. Hey, we do the green leaves last so they don't, yeah, exactly. Now you see me kind of tucking it, and that allows the leaf to be stretched out just a little bit. So there's what it looks like with the leaves, but you could definitely leave the leaf off if you wanted. So I want to do the green. So these green, it actually comes with some holes. You don't need to use them. I'm not going to. Let me see how I can do this. So we're definitely going to have to get 2 pipe cleaners. Oh, I can hear the squirrels on my roof. They're mad because I haven't fed them. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to go here to here and here to here. I'm not going to pull too hard yet. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, shoot. I got one from each side. That won't work. Try that again. Yes, you do have to try one. Everybody should try at least one. And 99% of you will get hooked. I promise. Okay, so let me kind of twist that. I'm just kind of gently setting it in there because I don't want the petal squished per se. Ooh, a purple one would be gorgeous. Okay, so there it is. Now and I don't think I have any in stock. My brown sennas would look gorgeous as well. You can also add just like a butterfly or a ladybug or a bee to that. So there you go. So let me show you while I'm let me give you a final petal count, because I did promise you that. So there's 16. So somebody add them up. 16, 8 and 8, 16, and then 8, and then 8. That's your petal count. Okay, so let me show you this petal. Okay, so it's the same 10 by 10 diamond shape. Join your tips, line this up, bring this tip to this tip. So I'm going to show you how you can make 2 more petals using this one petal fold. Okay, so same thing there. Okay, now we're going to do it the same way we did that just now. Okay, turn it over, scrunch it, clip it and band it. 48, there you go, 48 pieces. So not quite a roll and a half. Okay, so that's the petal we just did. So if you're making your lollies and they turn out like this, watch what I do. I'm just going to push this down. So that it cups. See what I did? Okay, so that's what we had. So we're going to push this down and bring the side up to look like a cup. So there's your lolly. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, and there's one more. I'm going to do it with this piece. So it's the same. Bring your edges together. Do the same thing we just did, except here, instead of turning it over and banding it here, we're going to turn it this way and clip it here, or band it, not clip it. Don't clip it. And then you've got the 3 petals. Now this one's kind of tattered because I did the same thing with this one yesterday. Okay, so that is the petal. If you remember the Christmas tree we made, that's the petal that I used for the Christmas tree. And then there's even, look, I'm just going to waste some poly burlap here. I shouldn't be doing this, but now Lori has already done these, so it'll be the same fold. So same thing. And then you could just scrunch it just like that. Okay. Or you can bring it over a little bit more. Now Lori came up with all of these. I'm just showing them. So it's still it's basically the same concept. It's just how much you fold it over or how much you manipulate it to get a petal that you want. Okay? Does that make sense? So there you go. So you definitely do not see the board from the front, but if you tilt it, you will see the inside. So if you don't like that look, don't make it. Or if you want to do the shared holes, you most definitely can, but you will use 2 rolls of whichever mesh you decide you want to use. All right, that's all I got for you. So I'm going to get ready to go to the VA downtown. I hate going downtown, y'all. I despise it. But that's where I'm heading. So y'all have an awesome day. Yeah, you only look at it from the front for sure. For sure. So I'm off to get a shower. Y'all have an amazing day. And let's do the black lantern with spring greenery tomorrow. All right? So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.